Hello, welcome. Uh, I think I need to turn my mic volume up a little. Um, Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I just came back from mowing my lawn twice. I'm going to be away for a bit. But yeah, wanted to do a stream. I don't even know who's in here. Anyone? Oh, we got some people. Um, so yeah, I've been doing this online league now for about 2 years. I think so. We started in OOTP22. We moved to OOTP 23, and we just migrated from 23 to 24. So I've been manning the Pittsburgh Pirates poorly for all, I guess, 6 years. How do we can see kind of 2022. I don't play the base, like I've played the base game. I've played the base game since OTB 19. I've never been good at the base game, so I thought it'd be good to kind of come in here and well, I got invited by Chimera and um oh, what is that? My thing isn't showing. Hi, Bull Cubs. Bull Cubs is also in this league. He manages the Anaheim Angels, and we have Mr. DRC himself. Um, I'm tired and sweaty. That's how I'm doing. He in 2029 had a ridiculous run. What would be the best way to see this? So DRC kind of broke the game ever since July. You can see he was basically sub 500 up until the end of June, and then casually went on like a 700 winning percentage to get, what was it, second? Um, yeah, second, 2 games behind. Um, so yeah, so kind of just giving thoughts on the 24 UI and 10 under to 10 over in less than 2 months. Yeah. So yeah, new things in the UI. All this space I don't really like. I think it's going from 24 to 20, or going from 23 to 24. There's a lot of it's nice, but it's not nice. Like, this is definitely nice. The financial screen is a little, you can't change this. I think in 23 this was like 3x4, and now this is, or no, this was like 4x4, but now it's 3x4. So just kind of high level. Kind of going back to what I was kind of looking at. I don't have my win percentage on here. I should probably put it on here, but I was struggling to figure out like how to set up the screen the way I wanted it. But I guess we can go look at, what is it? History index. So since the 2022 season, we can kind of take a look at where it all started. Dan Armistead was someone I drafted in the inaugural draft who probably did okay. Yeah, I picked him in round 2. I was like, you gotta have that. Okay, I have to
Mic on. Mic feedback on.
Well, I have to figure out a good way to keep this from dying on me. My mic likes to die. Let's do some. Let's do this. Okay, you probably shouldn't be able to hear that. Okay, good. Yeah, Cubs got hot. Dan Armistead, he's now a Yankee. Traded him away. Basically 2029, 2028. Kind of got sick and tired of not doing well. So 2028, after another 20 games under, three years in a row of going 20 games under, I decided sell off everything. I've been really bad at like managing my financials, and I think that's probably the biggest issue. So even next year, is your Pirates offense better than real life Blue Jays offense? I feel like no matter what the answer is, yeah. Davis Schneider just hit a 2-run home run, so I'm expecting 100 overall perfect team card from him. I haven't opened up the base game, so I don't know, or I haven't like looked at a quick start, so I don't know where they have Davis Schneider, but he should be at least above average, I would imagine. But yeah, so this is kind of like my. I'm basically bad at signing free agents, and I'm bad at financial management. So like I'm basically trying to break it all down. I sold off all my big contracts. I sold off all my uh, all my good guys, or like all my recently good guys, and I'm awarded with having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the seventh best uh, budget space available, I guess, going into this off season. So we can take a look at some of these upcoming free agents. Tim Hague. Another thing that I noticed when migrating from 23 to 24 is a lot of the overalls, like the player ratings themselves, are kind of all over the place. But apparently Tim Hague is up here. You wouldn't think he's an 80 grade pitcher. Uh, Pitching in Seattle, which I think the Seattle team is had some good runs, but this year not so good. So just kind of looking at their peripherals, like they're bad. They had some pretty good offensive metrics, but I think like just going down the line, yeah. Quick glances, that's 100%. Overall, is way worse. But yeah, like even looking at some of the defensive metrics in here, like zone rating 15th. Let's look at kind of premium defensive metrics. Brady Merrick's 65. So TGS is a little special in that, like in most leagues, from what I'm told, like 65 playing in center is like totally sufficient. But for however Chimera had this originally set up, like if you don't have a 70 or 75 or even like, well, I don't know how many 80 grade guys there are, but you either have to like lean into defense or you have to or you're screwed basically. So like even if we go to fielding ratings and let's look at, so Denzer is a recent guy. Oh, Cincinnati Reds. So Cincinnati Reds is now, it was previously managed by Sergeant Mushroom. Now he's being managed by Chris Jardine, Snaggle J. So he was a number one draft pick 2 years ago. Struggling, I guess, offensively. Kind of looking at his fielding stats, I'd assume he's positive zone rating. Yeah, only played. Snaggle's got him playing more at shortstop than center field, but I'm guessing 80, 50, 65, I think is fine. Like, I still think outfield range is like the only thing that matters. And as long as error and arm are like 50 or above, it's okay, I guess. Don't know what DRC and Bull Cubs think, but 80, 75, 50, 75. Like, I think ultimately this guy should be more of a second baseman, I think. But I guess with 80 infield range, like that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll see. He's above average defender at short, so that's good. And then who else do we have? Donovan Orozco, who won a Gold Glove last year. I wouldn't even care if air and arm even 35. All that matters is range. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. So you can kind of see Orozco with his 80 range. It's probably even above 80 because, like, if you look at what is his OPS WRC, he's got 56 WRC, batting in Colorado. But I bet if we go to fielding stats, zone rating of 20, yeah, he absolutely destroyed it. I think there's a lot of people who struggle with center fielders, even though it looks like there's a lot. Yeah, there's, like, if I was going to filter this on 75 or above, there's 16 center fielders currently playing in the major leagues that have 75 or above. A lot of them are pretty young, actually, too. Like, the oldest is Evan Poland, who how long is he staying? Oh, he just signed an extension, so that's cool. But gone by 30 normally. Or if you're Hector Rosas, it's gone when you turn. What does he turn? He turned 18. He had 80 range in the draft, and then it went down. Sad times. So yeah, what else do we see? So going back and looking kind of at outfield range, we got Tarek Bobo, who was the number one draft pick. Number one draft pick? Yeah, he was number one draft pick last year, already in the majors, already contributing. This is kind of the profile that Bull Cubs was kind of talking about. Like, this is all that matters. We don't really have fielding war, but in 200 chances, already 1.6 above average efficiency. Arm lost 2 outs, or whatever, 2 runs. Is arms meant to be a run value, or is it meant to be just an out value? Does anyone know? Because, like, I know you shouldn't really matter about it, but who else do we have here? The Cubs don't play defense. Oh, so when you said I won't play a 70 outfield range center fielder, you'd play a 65 outfield range center fielder instead. Let's take a look at these Cubs. Who did they have in center? What do I want to look at? Let's just take a look at Tyler Jessen. Cheat everywhere else. But still, this is, really good profile. Probably better in the corner, but doesn't really. This isn't the bat you'd want to play in the corner. Oh, he was 75? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, now let's air DRC's dirty laundry and look at. Let's dig deep into his organization. So let's go look at center fielders. Let's look at fielding. I thought I had a fielding one in here. Makes sense. So apparently Chris Barker is just an everything guy. Pretty good. Is he? Yeah. Like I said, this is probably a better second baseman, and that's where he's playing him. Hagel will be the next man up. Lenny Hagel. Hopefully he recovers. I think I tried to get Hagel from DRC. DRC is a very shrewd trader, and wouldn't budge. I wasn't giving anything useful. I'm terrible at, like, evaluating players. I'm just generally terrible at this game. But maybe we'll see. There's lots of good guys in here. Lots of guys that could be, like, yeah, this guy, you hope that he TCRs into something. And then, yeah, this is more like cannon fodder. Then if we go to the Pirates, let's see who the Pirates have. I have a lot of guys. I think that this is the guy who I'm probably going to start next year. I think is he eligible? No, he's not eligible. But I figure like he's not a superstar. I'm not gonna. I'm probably gonna. He's probably gonna start in center field. And he should be fine. I bumped him up, but I was suppressing a lot of people in the minors when I really probably shouldn't have. But I've been struggling with like trying to time stuff, and so now, basically this year, my AAA team is basically my 2030 team. So in the lineups, just sorting by potential. Shannon Edwards. I randomly drafted a first baseman, I think, in the first round, who, when I traded, because I wanted to get rid of this contract, because, again, like I said, I play the Pirates as if they're a bigger market team, and I never really emphasized fan interest. So giving EJ Pruitt, whatever, 5 years at, what was it, a 4-year, $68 million extension, not good, basically. And so, like, I was struggling in 2027. I didn't really, like, the high-end guys are so high-end that I couldn't even, like, break being mediocre. So I traded, I hate this, I traded pretty much the MVP of the league. That's not named Nate Ramos. This guy for a few bucket of balls. So in the 3 years that since I've traded, or well, yeah, in the 3 years he's put up 4.3 WAR, 5.5, and 6 WAR, and he TCR'd a little bit after I traded him. So I traded him, and then his contact and power and I went up. So his contact went from 55 to 60. The power kind of stayed the same, but his eye went from 65 to 80. No. And like, I think on the point that like overall is dumb, like I think in 23, like he's like a 70 or a 68 or something. But like I got Shannon Edwards from it. I got who's gonna be probably not better than Damratch, but he's gonna be like a 3 WAR guy, hopefully. So that's good. And then who else did I get with this? Jack Crandall, who I thought was gonna be good. He originally was he TCR'd down. I think he lost like some stuff. Or what was it? No, did he lose stuff or control? He lost something, and then I flipped him to get rid of Harvey Sagerstrom. So I basically signed a bunch of guys for because I was really pushing it back in what was it? Back in 2028 and 2029, and so I signed a three-year $31 million or 3-year. This wasn't like the most egregious contract I had. But I signed him, realized this profile doesn't really work in my park. The defense was really good. The captaincy was really good. So I flipped Crandall and Segerstrom and ended up getting this guy who is pretty good. He's struggling a bit. He's still 10 points out. But I had him, he was like 17 and already developed to like overall of like 38. He wanted to be in the majors. I bumped him up to AAA I still feel like to get the 45 to 55, it's going to take a while. I don't know. Bull Cubs is catcher training faster in 24 or no? But regardless, the eye if the eye gets to 50, that would be really good. The power is my park. Kind of just to go back, like my park is not uh doesn't really like right-handed home run hitters. Yeah, so there's nothing obvious that makes it seem like it's easier. So basically, like what you kind of the Pirates should want speedy right-handed bats and any kind of left-handed bat. Speedy gap. So yeah, I got Leva, who is going to eventually be my starting catcher. Artolino, who I hope kind of develops into a reliever. And then Aguirre, who has some potential to be like first baseman, or can he play outfield? Not really. So, more of a salary dump. Crandall, who I thought was going to be really good, kind of did poorly with that whole thing. And then in addition to Crandall, I got Caden Lohman, who is sneaky good, I would say. Do I have to protect him? No, I don't have to protect him. But like I have my AAA team is just full of like guys 22 to 24 who are like really want to play in the majors. So I'm going to be away until the 20th. We're just in the middle of the off season. Our expansion draft is starting. When is it? Tuesday night, I think. The expansion teams are going to be manned by Your Kidneys and Mike ABC. Um, so I'm going to lose a bunch of guys, which is great. I hope. I hope. I hope Kidneys takes this guy. I hope Kidneys takes this guy. I hope Kidneys takes this guy, and then the first guy sucks. Artolino, yeah, Artolino. Artolino is not the person I was thinking. Artolino, or no, not Artolino. Who is it? Aguirre. Guys are confusing. So yeah, who else was in that Damrich trade? If we go back to the Crandall. Oh, and I also traded this Jeff Houkstead guy, who's like should be doing better than he is. I think he's now claimed on waivers by our favorite waiver poacher, Bull Cubs. I feel like Houkstead should be a better player than he is, but if the contact was 50, it'd probably be better. There's not a lot of like. There's some parts that this will probably play up, but um, his he's only had 3 games and 6 at-bats in the majors. Yeah, I think unless he Ueno, you would play him if you didn't have Ueno. It's kind of similar profiles, I would say, maybe. Except, well, I think like you gain some BABIP and you lose a lot of AVK. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. The VL profile is kind of similar. Yeah. Oh yeah. Still a good bat. I think this definitely plays. Like I wonder is his BABIP representative? Yeah. below 300 BABIP, but that's kind of he makes it up with the power and the walks and the balls in play. Uh, so what else do I want to talk about? Uh, let's talk about more of the history. So I surprisingly, I think I had my first season or first month over 500 in April, and there's there was talk of Major League esque the movie shenanigans in Pittsburgh, but um, I really didn't want to like have a strong 1 month and then end like 20 games. So I kind of this is why that movie sucks. Yeah, unrealistic expectations. So I definitely uh, focused on uh, fan interest. I got my fan interest up to I had it up to like 99 a couple of times. I re-signed some of the guys. So Harding, who was popular and a fan favorite, and okay, uh, I re-signed him uh, to really a team, really team friendly contract. Um, and then who else? Geraldo Madrano, who it was basically league MVP, started to regress hard. I signed him, and people are upset because I'm not letting him run. But he doesn't really go on base, so it's kind of hard. So yeah, he's gonna be my DH. He's finally kind of found his role. That why won't I? Because like I don't let anyone run. I think as a team I was like last in stolen bases. Uh, yeah, I was 12th. I think he was injured for a lot of it. Like, well, he had 300 plate appearances, so he played like half the year ish. Yeah, I don't know. I need to fix his sliders, which I think I did eventually. Uh, what do I have for global sliders? Uh, oh yeah, so I probably should have let him run. I think I did that in like I did that in uh he has no value if he doesn't run, I think. Well, he has no value in general. That's not true. He has some value. So yeah, I've basically I thought I did I don't know. Sometimes when I like do people's I thought I had yeah, I had over Oh, I had him override at yeah, okay. Yeah, his BABIP is good. His profile changed a little bit over the season. His value is selling jerseys. Exactly. I had a lot. I've really focused on fan favorites this year, and I think I ended up getting the number one draft. Let's go quickly take a look at the draft. The draft pool, it's not finalized and it's all over the place, but like the big people are this guy who big corner outfielder bat. Uh, don't look the pool. Yeah, this everyone here is for draft class 2031, and we don't know who is actually going to commit to the 2030 draft yet. So, is there any way to tell anyone who's in like the 2030 pool, or not until tomorrow's sim? Regardless, there's some good guys. Hopefully, the draft doesn't happen while I'm away. That'll be kind of a shame. I think it's going to be like as soon as I get back in later September. Oh, cool. Are there actually? So okay, let's do that because I let's go look at NCAA college, and let's go look at reports and list all and see. Clicking on every individual player. I thought like you can. I like financial info. What is this custom? What do I have this? Oh. I thought there's a view here. So like, let's take this and then let's add a column. And then I think there's a way. Rule 5. Draft year. Here we go. Is that what year they were drafted? Not what year they're. Yeah, okay. Draft round. Yeah, okay. Scouted date. Yeah, we're screwed. Okay, perfect. Let's remove this column. So here we go. AJ Carey. So he's that overall is like awful. Where do you play this guy? He's gonna lose you so much. Like I guess he's okay in like left field. Here's another guy. Yeah, he's a good DH. This guy's pretty good. This is an interesting power second baseman, third baseman, maybe a third baseman. I'd probably play him. There's no bat. Well, it's a little. Well, Lacona will be a top pick. Yeah. Gord Domenko. This is an okay corner outfielder. This is a bad guy. That's a triples hitter. Yeah. A fully developed right-handed pitcher. That's funny. Left. Not bad guy. Who is this guy? Weird. Isaiah Wiwa. 2030. All right, let's look at some of these interesting people. So if we go to fielding ratings, let's only look at people that have outfield range of 75 or greater, and let's see if any of these guys are. Nope. 2030. This guy's not good. This guy's okay. That wouldn't be too bad. Jeremiah Jardine. That's another guy I think we looked at. Brandon Pucci. No, we haven't seen this guy before. Seamus Sanchez. Another fully developed guy. Sorensen. This pool looks like way too developed. That's kind of crazy. I didn't see any 80 guys. Oh, maybe not an NCAA. Okay, let's look at pitchers. Or no, let's look at middle infielders. Why doesn't that turn on? So how many of these guys? Okay, 2030. Nope, this is not good. This is not good. This isn't bad. The 35 contact makes it kind of suspect, but yeah. Ugh. Goes from bad to worse. Okay. All right, let's go look at High School Southeast. That's 2032, 2030, no. 2031, no. 2032, no. Yeah, okay, this one. And then let's look at 2030. This is an interesting guy. Kind of doesn't have the bat. Oh, here's an 80 infield range guy. It's the second coming of Babadinga, Stalwart. And that gap is really good. The gap with the speed could be better. Could be. Oh, and then he has a twin apparently. I think I'd take this guy over this guy, but over the 5-arm, I think the bat. All right, now let's take a look at. I guess I can just enable filter. Gareth Jones. That's someone. Terrible, terrible personality, but this one's good. Financial ambition. Is that? Oh yeah, all these guys are 30, and then this guy is useless. Yeah, this guy's really good. McLeod. Caden McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Probably if with the number 1 draft pick, I don't even know who to take. Gareth Jones, maybe. None of these guys are kind of out good. Also a great Sunny. Who? All right, let's disable this. Catcher ability, add filter. Catcher ability is at least 75. Hugh Tincher. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. And he's got high leader. And he's durable. Yeah. All the good people are in this the Southwest High School. Do we get the International Amateur League people too, or no? Miguel Lara, who's 2031, so we don't care about. Outfield range, enable filter. Henderson Macias next year. Perez next year. All right, so there's no one really here. Garrett Jones, Tillman Nosco. Yeah, this guy not worth considering. Ray Juarez, meh. Do we get the Japanese? I'm guessing NJCA is the Japanese one. Maybe not. Doesn't seem like there's Jefferson Greer. Oh, okay. Okay, let's look at pitchers. And let's look at pitching ratings. Pitching potential. Let's go to College League. So Nathan Lacona Jr. Yeah, he's 2030. Maybe I'll draft him. I need another left-handed pitcher that is almost ready. Left fielder. Wait, is this? No, his stuff is not good. Let's look at, I don't know, stuff potential. Who, Lacona? Because I feel like Lacona, even if he doesn't do well, you can still turn him into. Oh, Lacona's Lacona's only at 90-92, although he's a finesse pitcher. Does the pitcher type change when the velo changes? The finesse pitcher? Okay, maybe it is. I don't remember. Let's see who else is here that's kind of useful. Franklin. This guy's pretty good. He's got terrible personality stuff. Like, what's the difference between, like, I understand a ground baller versus, but like, what's a finesse pitcher? Yeah, okay. Uh, yeah. It's just a function of the other ratings. Not a lot of like good guys. Like Ramen Kish is, he doesn't have the pitches. Uh, maybe Hunt, but yeah. 80 plus curve. Yeah, the 80-80 curve is pretty ridiculous. That's a curveball. Yeah, like three pitches that are already developed, which is kind of suspect because like where is the room for these? But I guess it's only like 10, 10, and 10. So can this start in TGS? Of course it can. Yeah, this could easily start in TGS. Like the guy I'm betting on, if we go back here, who I'm gonna be protecting, like who was the, if we go back to the standings, and if we go to pitching leaders, who were the, not Lewis Pope, not Cuisine, who was the guy, I forget who like the war leader was. Was it in the Monarchs? Maybe it'll be in the stats. Pitching leaders. Was it like this guy led the league in ERA? So it's like it's contextual, but this guy is hilarious. I don't even think Minnesota's defense was like that great. They're okay. I guess they're above average. So, but yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm hoping to get equally lucky that I can run guys without a lot of stuff and with good defense. And 690 is very good. It is also very nice. Very nice. Oh, Jake Costello. He was also another guy who somehow got away with stuff. So I have a lot of guys that are this profile, and I'm really hoping that I get the same roles. It's a lot of hope. Hanging my hat on a lot of hope and dreams. But yeah, I think like you got to have at least 60 and 65 stuff, or 60. 60s are probably, you have to have at least one of these in the 60s, and it would be better to have two. Herrero, but yeah, even this profile. Okay, let's go back to where we were looking at. We're looking at NCAA reports, list all the NCAA players, pitchers, Lancona. Who's got the highest movement potential? McLaughlin. This is a pretty good junk baller profile. Steffens worked as a. Is he? Wait, Steffens. Stanford Steffens. Yeah. Yeah. I've always been told that you need three pitches to be a starter, but apparently if your fastball is good enough, it just works out. This is Gene Light. He was a borderline starter. Yeah, this is silly. Um, but yeah. All right. Anyone else good in NCAA? Gene Light? Starting rotation. Yeah, Stefan's starter. Oh, because it. There we go. It's, no. It's because I'm in NCAA. That's why he's an NCAA starter. If I go back to MLB, he's borderline. Focus, focus. We're looking at the draft class right now. Um, none good pitches. Can you see like individual pitch potential? Let's see who has 80 grade fastballs. Logan Day. I really don't understand. I don't really understand how like you can have 3+ pitches, but your movement is so bad. It's kind of like a gripe I have because I don't. Yeah, like Jim Chi. Unless like this isn't real, yeah, you can. But then how is it a 70 grade like fastball or a changeup or a cutter and like give up that many home runs? It's kind of to me like is that indicative that like these ratings aren't real? But I guess like well, I have a guy like that. I have a here like someone you can steal from me. Where is he? No, not that guy. This guy. He's got 370 grade pitchers, I suppose. It's like this guy is barely playable. I guess he like I don't know if he's regressed or anything, but uh, ratings. No, where is it? Scouting. Uh, yeah, he's happy, but he's just wasting away in my minors. So as soon as I trade him, he's gonna TCR to 97, 99, and then this stuff is gonna go to 80, and the movement's gonna go to 75. Yeah, Steffens was really good. Let's see any other guys to kind of look at. Okay, maybe not in NCAA. Let's go look at high school and go to pitch potential. And then go to potential or stuff potential. 17-year-old. This is a pretty good guy. This is also a pretty good guy. Um, man, there's some decent pitchers. And then let's take a look at. That's might develop. That is that's pretty good. Lots of good pitchers, I'd say. EJ Sharp. He's not going to be available for 2 years. Oops. Yeah, these. I don't think a lot of these guys are available in this draft. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Okay. Salary arbitration. I got to have a good rest of the day. Yeah, good. Thanks for coming out. I'm probably not going to be much longer. Just take a look at the AAA team. So a bunch of AAA guys. This guy, he had some wild TCR magic, um, where he he got a velo bump and his stuff went up 10, his movement went up 25, and his control went up 10. So he's probably going to be my opening day starter as long as he doesn't die in uh, spring training. But yeah, pretty excited. Um, I'd spent the last two picks getting Mr. Levi Bearden, who he's very unhappy. He wants to be in the majors. Um, I might have to bump him up too, but I might wait a week or two and hope that doesn't mess up his development further. And then I also got this Braden Minich, who I took. And so they're probably going to be my three starters on top of um, Peyton Wald, who still has some room for development. I don't know if he's going to actually develop. Um, Goins is. I have a lot of like SP5 guys. I picked up Gabriel Vargas in a trade. I hope this stuff develops. The stuff is basically dependent on the slider, and how they interact is unclear. I picked up Fonseca on a Rule 5 draft pick. His stuff is, developing pretty well, but he's probably going to start now in AAA for me next year. Hopefully that the changeup develops. The movement doesn't have a lot of dev left, but really the control is kind of what I'm hoping for. Rush Bartlett was the team MVP this year. He made 32 starts. He pitched 200 innings. He was the WAR leader earlier in the season. Um, he's he's done after this year. I don't even what's his. No one wants to talk about contract extensions. It's kind of funny. They hate the Pirates. Who else do we have here? Is Nick Hoffman the one? No, Nick Hoffman. David Harding was the one. So I figure Harding is gonna be. It's gonna be a rotation of like Harding and Wald and uh, Ricky Van Buren and Bearden and Minich is going to be kind of the rotation, which I think is like the best rotation I've ever had, assuming they're all healthy. Um, and the big, oh yeah, so Shannon Edwards, he's gonna probably start up in whatever 2 weeks into May. PJ Pratt is going to demolish right-handed pitching at first base. Carol Hallman is going to be my second baseman. I don't know what to do at shortstop. Blurton, he's not good. Morissette, he had 75 range. That went down to 70. So playing 70 at shortstop is a little yikes. I might play Conklin at shortstop just because of the 80 range. Like the bat is already developed. This is good for an 80 range. I'm thinking of just starting him next year and then have Blurton be my backup and then send Morissette down to the minors, even though he thinks he should be a starter. But since he dropped to 70 range, he's like a better second baseman. But if I'm going to place anyone at second, I'd rather take Heilman's bat over Morissette. Even though when I look at this, I guess it's not that much. It's not that big of a difference, really. A little bit more power. He probably hits like way more doubles. I guess that's the big thing. And the running speed is huge, so those doubles are probably going to be triples. So like, if the contact develops, then Hallman's, I don't know who's our triples leader. It's where is it? Stats. Whoops. Who led the league in triples? Where's triples? Do we not have list triples here? Doubles, triples. Kiever at 19. So, and what's Anaheim's park look like? So, I guess maybe she's not going to hit that as many triples, but let's go look at doubles. Who are the doubles leaders? Uh, Trapnell. Now this guy is just silly. Yeah. 63 doubles, which is just like a ridiculous amount of doubles. And then let's look at the park factors here. Yeah, okay. Never, not gonna catch up to that. Um, so I'd assume like a decent number would be like in the 40 range. So many Colorado Rockies. Minnesota? What ballpark are you using? Yeah. I think my ballpark is 115. So yeah, I should get a lot of doubles. I had Evan Thompson, who was one of the guys who I traded away. Oh, Fenway. That's interesting. Is that gonna be the same, similar to the same Fenway? So yeah. So at 70 gap, I think 75 gap. Thompson was at 54 for me, and then he had 52, and he was going to break that record. But then he got injured like for 2 weeks, and it really made me sad. But the so with 70 gap power versus Hallman. So I could see Hallman maybe having like 50, reaching 50, I would say. That's probably what I would recommend or what I would expect. What are the Bo Sox ballpark? I'm guessing this isn't your Fenway. Actually, we can see yours, right? You're in the game now, right? Uh, you're not the Expos, right? You're the Houston. Where's Houston? I can't read. Houston. So this is Minute Maid Parks one. What's the park factors then for Fenway? So lots of doubles, lots of triples, and really like I guess Fenway VL, you kind of have to ring it around the pole, otherwise you're kind of SOL. Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll this next year, upcoming year is going to be definitely really interesting. Um, let's see. Who else? So this was a guy that I drafted, and I don't know if he TCR'd or not, but uh, yeah, it looks like he definitely TCR'd. Um, who wins the World Series first? Exto or kidneys for sure. I I have no idea what I'm doing in this game, as demonstrated by the 7 years of disaster. Um, I would say who has more PTCSs? Stratico. Congrats, Stratico, on your two. Are you in the chat? Um, you have the same. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, Astorga probably starting center fielder next year. Um, Nevis probably starting catcher next year. Although I did sign Ethan Hoshiyama. Kidneys, if you want to take Ethan Hoshiyama, I wouldn't be too upset. Um, he did well, and he's very popular, and he'll destroy my fan interest. But um, I kind of want to play Lishan Nevis over him. um, uh, Hassan Myers is another guy who uh, I was talking to Jericho about, and I'm like, who is this guy? And like he has mediocre ratings, but like look at this: first, second, third, left, center, right. He's 65, 65, 65 with like a 65, 70, with not like the worst profile. So he's probably going to start. Um, 55-year-old on a 17. He's a fan fave. He's not 55 years old. This is another guy that I don't really know what to do with. He's like, I've kind of shuffled him around as like a placeholder. He is kind of on his way to just being like, I guess he would do okay on my team. He's like a depth piece. Um, Carlos Hernandez is someone I picked up for bullpen. He's a team leader. Joe Domo is some guy that I drafted that I kind of hope. This is kind of interesting that he's a borderline starter. I kind of hope that like he gets one more velo bump and that stuff kind of goes up. I guess if I set him to a reliever, does he get a lot better? 50, 40, 50. Hey, that's we said the same thing about Ricky, and Ricky got it. So you never know. Uh, Carone was the guy who is basically going to be like a depth piece for me. It's recency bias, kidneys. Uh, this guy's okay as like a depth piece, not really too useful. Chancellor was another guy I kind of hope that keep these guys around and just hope that they get that like velo bump from 93 to 95. I think it's a little more likely, but maybe not. Not everyone will throw like 100. Seaton Beard was a guy that I had uh, who like he's just never developed. It's a little frustrating. Um, Devin Hansen, this guy, I'm really excited to like play because I think if I switch him to a reliever, oh, he is a reliever. If I switch him to a starter, because I think I have to protect him. Yeah, I have to protect him. But he's a guy who's pretty interesting. Yeah, and that's more or less it. There's this guy who, um, pretty useless profile, and then I think this guy who I just kind of picked up. Um, Anyone else of interest? Oh, my hopes and dreams are held on to this guy who I bought for $7 million. He used to be the number one draft pick. Now he's number three. Kind of all over ratings, decent outfield ratings. He'll probably be with that bat. He'll probably be a plus player everywhere but shortstop. Maybe second is asking a lot from him. I'm training him at second now just because he already came pre-trained. He's starting to develop. I think at the beginning of the season he was like 20s across the board, and now he's 35, 30, 30. So Yeah, like definitely with that bat, like his corner outfield, it's 60. He's 70 in left field. Yeah. So I think like ultimately I'm gonna want to play him in left field because I figure like yeah that's gonna be kind of not well it's like Gold Glove consideration. MVP level, yeah, exactly. Um, and it's hard to tell, but it looks like he's not going to be that splitty. You can barely tell with this, but um, so there's something to dream about. Another DH first baseman, Cloyd Renal, who I got as part of the low level relative. Okay. I got him when I traded Naldo Aldana, who's really, really good. He's been solid. He was basically my MVP in 2027. Um, ratings relative to where is he playing rookie? Yeah, so no splits basically. So I think that's going to be kind of overpowered. Uh, hopefully he develops. Cloyd Renal was another guy I kind of picked up. I really hope that he he's had a few injuries now. I think. Yeah, he ruptured his UCL and then he has a torn elbow ligament, so it's unlikely that he's going to develop. But he was 15 when he ruptured his UCL, uh, and then now he has a torn elbow ligament. So who knows? Maybe he'll come back. Maybe all the Tommy Johns in the world are going to help him. Hector Rosas was another guy I picked. Uh, Hopefully the outfield range bounces back. He's looking great. He did well in winter ball. Uh, Stormy Schultz, I love the name. Uh, kind of lots of development to still happen. Who knows? Uh, Patrick McIntyre was a guy I traded for. These profiles kind of sometimes work if the bat works out, but he's high intelligence, so maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Uh, Ricky Rivers, kind of like a depth shortstop piece if I'm desperate. Mauricio Valencia, meh. I don't think there's anyone. And then what is this? This should be rookie. Anyone here? Marco Gween, he's another guy. I kind of have a fixation with left-handed starting pitching. Um, that just never work out. Elijah Parkinson, this guy's pretty good. Um, really need that contact to develop. He's only 20. It hasn't been dominating, but I figure he'll do fine. Uh, Here's that Noah Weir guy. Probably should be a first baseman. Aponte, kind of a depth piece. Oscar Marin. Uh, I thought this guy would do okay as a third baseman if everything develops. He's actually struggled. Or no, what yeah. Anyone else in here? Jose Hurtado. Just like a random power bat, hoping to develop. I don't know. Anyone else? Lou Souza. I traded I traded the best player in Pittsburgh history, Red McKenzie, for Lou Souza. Uh, because I was just trying to shed so much contract. I was or not contract, but so much like yeah. But I was just like, yeah, let's get rid of him. And I was kind of anxious because outspoken. He's 28. 5 million for that bat. Yeah, it's a little silly. But like I didn't have anything else and I didn't want to end 20 games under and like get the 6th pick again. It was get he's a lefty too. Yeah. I traded him for peanuts. Well, not peanuts. I traded him for this guy who I think is like going to be a better batter maybe. No, he's not going to be a better batter. Lou Souza. I think the eye potential is going to be really good, but again, I was like leaning in on gap, leaning in on stuff, and defensively, he's a little bit better. Lou Souza can also masquerade in left field if he really needs to. So, yeah, basically, I didn't want to pay $5 million. I didn't want to do that. Narvaez, another fetish. Actually, this is the right-handed pitching. So let's look at this trade. I don't remember this trade. Oh, this was like me selling high leverage arms back in 2029. How did the Pirates do that year? How did the Pirates do last year? I think they struggled because they finished 2 games over. Yeah, Red's a DH. That was another thing I kind of really where is this going? Organization. What are we looking at? Narvaez, that's another pitching prospect. Kazda, this is a guy who should be decent outfielder if that contact develops. Verduzco, another kind of DH type. Contreras, fourth outfielder. Ray Molinar. Meh. Getting into like the less interesting people. Oh, I do want to talk about my plethora of catchers. Actually, yeah, let's go fielding ratings. Let's go catchers. So I drafted this guy in the 2nd round this year. So he's close to ready. Probably starts not in 2030, but maybe the end of 2031. But he's already an A. I think I bumped him up as I was kind of going through and bumping people around. So he's going to start. He's not banging on the door, but again, him and I think Leva are probably going to be my 2 catchers. Like the left-handed, he's developed. Yeah, but like he's got 15 points of catcher rating. Yeah, that's. Yep. It's a little frustrating, but I guess I can just kind of put him. Santiago Garcia, this guy is interesting, but again, 70. I kind of have a lot of like mediocre guys. So I'm thinking maybe I just promote Bob Jones. I have all sorts of. Bob Jones is a good bat. So, yeah. But basically, Zapata he's in the minor, or he did okay. I think the eye kind of helps a lot, but uh, I don't know. Like if this bat develops, I'll probably want to use Leva. Gunny has like a fully developed bat, but he's just like a full DH. Christensen is another guy. Meh. So yeah, it's really when can Bob Jones start? Bob Jones can probably start. I have so many catchers that could probably start. So who else is here? Why is it active roster? Where? What is this? This should be A minus. Emiliano Dominguez. I traded for this guy, and then I traded him, and then I traded him back again. Not sure if he'll develop. Provost is another bopper first baseman, but it seems pretty Joseph Jones struggling. Gap. Yeah. Thiago Morel. Armel Suriel. It's a lot of, yeah, we're getting into kind of Caden McMahon. Yeah, nothing really good. Manuel Mendoza, yeah. Fraser Hickman, hope he comes back. Or he is back. He's not injured. I thought he was injured. But hope he does well. Elisha Kinney, already kind of developed. Jackie Skinnell, outspoken. Paul Seiden, yeah. Whole lot of nothing. Oh, this was my like MVP. I had to continue to promote him because he was destroying every league that he was in. So finally, I got him up to A plus, and yeah, the 60 power and 65 was just kind of destroying everyone. Pablo Lopez, yeah, not a whole bunch. This guy I tried to play because I needed him. So he actually spent 2 years, 3 years. I think he spent a lot of 2026 in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was like my starting third baseman, and he was so bad. Uh, in 2026, I promoted him straight from Double A. Then Double A. Philip Kahn. I kind of went overboard in 2028 drafting corner outfielders because I was like, I really need a corner outfielder that had 60 range. So I have a bunch of these mediocre corner outfielders now. Augustus Timmons is kind of an interesting guy. First baseman. Kind of like a DH, can play the corners. Who did I trade him for? Keyshawn Champion. Yeah, I wanted to get this guy out of my org and get someone a little bit more useful. Great bat, but only a DH, and I didn't like that he had poor. I didn't like that he had poor peripherals. What are we doing at? We're at a minute 23. All right. I think I'm done with this. Excited to see. Let's see who I'm giving arbitration to. I'm not giving it to Colton Cagle. He wants too much. I don't want to pay him $4 million. Sampelli, I figure because he's a clubhouse leader and he's popular, I'll sign him. I can't give any of these guys contracts because they don't want any contracts. So Messias, Tim Brixey, who's been like a fill-in and like an average fill-in, which is like really great. He's gonna be a free agent. Larry Weber, I'm holding on to just because he's a captain, and I like this profile for right-handed bats. I played him at second. NDH, yeah, yeah, he was a right side fill-in. How many innings at second? Probably too many. 650 innings at second. One inning, one game started at shortstop. He qualifies. Oh, okay. What was his zone rating at second? It was only minus 5.7. I feel like that's not the worst. I had too many like first basemen, and I had no one to back up second. Plenty Ocampo. I think I actually have a contract. Oh no, I didn't give him a contract. And I'm not giving him an ARB. Wait. Like, I offered him a contract. Yeah, that's what I figured. I find like TDP is like that's why like that's why people with like Brixie's profile, like if this was 55, then I think he plays better. It is super volatile, yeah. Where are my free agents? I thought I had. Did I not? Where are my other pending offers? Yeah, okay. So I have Weaver up, I have Padre up, I have a compo up, and then all my minor leaguers. That's not the worst for like a tanking team, I guess. That was pretty bad VR, but plus VL. Really? His splits aren't that. His splits are like the 5i and the 5 gap. Yeah. Actually, let's look at his splits. Oh, yeah. Well, 500 plate appearances say everything about a player. That's all you need to tell. Yeah, 380 BABIP. So yeah, he's gone. We thank him for his service. Uh, Padre is a decent left-handed uh, right fielder. Padre, he was. I don't know. No, Brixie. No, I didn't steal his Brixie. He stole a little bit. He probably should have stole more. I don't know what I'm probably when I get back, I'm probably gonna go through and like revisit what I'm doing. He's um because yeah, I think I changed this in like the last two sims. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. Um yeah, that's about it. Roberto Bermudez. This guy's pretty good. Or could be good. Scott Hughes. This guy is a guy that I'm really I don't know what to do with this guy. He's not trained anywhere else. I wouldn't really want to play him in right field, so he's like a DH first baseman. Or left field, like he's a first baseman. That profile is pretty good. So if you're gonna pick him, you can pick him. This is another guy I'm kind of like, bro, he's 6'8". Scott Hughes? Train him at first base? Alright, fine. Uh, Set game strategy. You are gonna be a first baseman. And if you're gonna be a first base, oh, where was he? Compare. It's only 50. I could train Joyner at first base. Joyner's another like first base guy, but I don't feel like he has the same batting profile. Batting. Yeah, but I don't think either of these is the kind of profiles you kind of want for a first baseman. As a bat, yeah. So like he's like a backup DH first base left field. Although I guess he's better than Joyner, who I should also train at first base. But they're like fully developed bats. I don't really know what to do. Yeah, exactly. I guess I could probably. I should probably like I was having Joyner. This is like an okay profile for third, I would say. Like it's like borderline. The arm could be a lot better, but maybe I set him to DH. It'll be a big negative, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be. He's the one that is like 80. And then Scott Hughes. Gonna train in right field. Philip Kahn. We're gonna train you in left field. Marshall McAhee. So let's see lineups. Let's go and Kahn in left. Joyner learning first. Augustus Timmons. I guess I could train Forrest Timmons in left field. Christian Gruber. Yeah, this is like a way better. This is like borderline gold glove. At third base, I would say. Yeah. The bat, it's not good enough. He'd be okay. This guy is just around as and then Bobby Jones. So good. Do I have to protect him? No, I don't have to protect him. Rick Rabel. Where is this guy playing? Third base as well? How are they both playing third? They're platooning? Why would they platoon? Oh, because of. Okay. I don't know what this guy does. This guy is just a filling. Clay Schweer. This guy's an interesting profile. This could probably play pretty well in left. The bat is needs some. Greg Alverson is just a guy. He's. I should probably just cut him. His career's over. Who? Greg Alverson? He's dead. His career's over. His career's over. I signed him. I signed him for the fan interest bump. And then he like had a career-ending injury in spring training, and then the game wouldn't like retire him. It was very weird. Hunter Radley kind of already talked about. Yeah, this is like a backup outfielder. Colin McGarry is a shortstop fill in. So, all right, I think I'm done. I already exported. Let's rip the 5 packs that I got, and then that'll be that. Any tournaments I want to play? Meh. Let's go into diamond only. see. Am I in any of these tournaments? Diamond. No, I lost in rocking chair. Did I get any farther? No, lost in the second round. Awesome. Let's see how OOTP24 is doing. Oh, just started. Okay. Okay, so that's done. Who is streaming right now? Okay, we'll probably stream into Laptop Hound, I guess, right into him. Once I rip my 5 packs, pull all the cards. I've been eliminated from Perfect League. Shocking. Let's see, did I get a Greg Maddux? No, I did not get a Greg Maddux. Does someone want to sell me a Greg Maddux? No one wants to sell me a Greg Maddux. All right, I'm going to pull a Greg Maddux. That is not a Greg Maddux. Baby doll Jacobson. I'll sell you mine after I'm eliminated. But there's a 100K one that needs to be cleared first. Yep, these are not good packs. Look at all the streamer luck. Okay. Let's see what is in this. I hate it. That's funny. That is funny. I guess I pull my Randy off. All right. Market. Something streamer luck. Yeah, your card orders. Let's cancel this. Because at least then I'll... He goes on the 14-day, right? When he comes back, yeah. All right, so Lavelle goes away, even though he's doing well. Something streamer luck, yeah. I packed a Granky too. I can't complain about not doing stuff. Streamer client confirmed. You named it wrong. All right, so I guess Page goes in the bullpen. CC Sabathia. Let's LOL. That's funny. All right, well, thanks everyone. Wait. Why is Josh in for Page? I don't know, because Josh is doing well. I don't know. I'm playing the hot hand. That's what it's called. A lot of pitchers plus on Granky. What? Tech, I stopped watching after Babe Schneider hit another home run. So yeah, Hilton, everyone's doing poorly. I should probably set this up for how I'm gonna run this. Probably like this, I guess. And then Granky probably goes in the pen. Joss is a long relief. Middle relief. I don't know, something like this. Dylan Patansis is doing well. All right. Thanks, everyone. We're going to raid lab. If I could. Is it just Laptop Hound? Is that his... Yeah. All right, cheers, everyone. Have a good Saturday afternoon. And until next time. Cheers. Bye.